let's be honest. No one expected the ANC to age so gracefully. Their pragmatic choice of coalition parties back in 2024 showed us, possibly, that if we held them to account, that age could again be synonymous with wisdom. A government of national unity with the opposition, rather than with the more obvious choice of all the populists on offer, suddenly made democracy seem possible again. We youths watched our elders carefully, cautiously optimistic that our future could actually grow to be better than our past. Maybe, we told each other, if we work together, we can not just keep the lights on, but have them shine brightly. Slowly, we realized that if we wanted that bright future, we had to be a part of it. Public-private partnerships formed, and government and business started to trust each other with a common vision for a prosperous nation. We realized that while none of us could fix our nation alone, every one of us was required to do our part to build the future we wanted. Spontaneous community movements started to clean up our streets for ourselves, not because we're forced to, but because we are worth it. We deserve a beautiful, clean city. At the same time, a compulsory community service and solidarity year was implemented for local school leavers from both private and public schools. We also invested in community policing, slowly taking back the streets from crime by creating more jobs and slowly investing in more decent housing for our urban migrants. Positive Matthew effects took hold. Greater security meant more confidence. More confidence meant more investment. More investment meant more jobs. More jobs meant more optimism and confidence. Nothing feels as good as progress, especially progress that proves naysayers in the pessimistic foreign press wrong. These days, South Africa's economy is growing at twice the rate of the UK. We did that. We even fixed the power issue. The future needs energy became our mantra, our energy to fix the energy. I'm not saying it was easy. Load shedding took 9 years to finally end, but I am so proud to say my daughter and son never experienced a rolling blackout. Those dark days belong to our past. Much of that hard-won success can be attributed to our green transition, massive local and foreign investment drives into green bonds to fund solar and wave power plants all across our coasts and inland. Everyone contributed, state pensions and pensioners. Children even used their pocket money to get skin in the game and own a piece of their own futures. When the next election rolled around, many more of us showed up to show the world what our votes could do. We chose to elect our first female president, doing what not even America could do. Then came the idea of a citizens' assembly, randomly selected by your ID number and including all citizens aged 16 and older, citizens' shadow government to work alongside the government. The Citizens' Assembly voted to institute a Minister of the Future to safeguard the rights of our children, born and yet unborn. The new Minister of the Future prioritized the first 1,000 days of a child's life as the greatest investment in our collective future. New mothers can now access free nutritious food from food banks attached to local clinics. Childhood stunting, we are proud to say, is a thing of the past. Our next project is to revolutionize the education system, to focus on life skills rather than subjects, and to extend access to education to all ages. As to how we're going to fund this, we realized that just increasing income tax was like trying to draw power by plugging an extension cord into itself. Instead, we are looking at establishing a land tax fund so that all South Africans can share in our land's birthright endowments. It's ambitious, but we are in an ambitious mood. I look at my school friends who emigrated to the UK and Asia in their 20s, and I'm so glad I chose to stay and build an adult learning and development business here in South Africa with my husband. Every year, we, as almost all businesses now do, take in apprentices to learn from us. Many of them end up working with us permanently. Apprenticeships are the most common way to find a job these days. My own children go to a state voucher subsidized Montessori school in the township formerly known as Alex. They are thriving, learning in multiple vernacular languages. Deliberate infrastructure and policing investment meant that the distinction between Alex and Santon has blurred to such an extent it's all one city, connected by the now actually very affordable Gautrain. There is no other place I'd raise my children than this country that keeps defying the odds and not just surviving, but thriving. Our pragmatic, Afrocentric geopolitical strategy has seen us grow from piggy in the middle to global peacemaker, building on our reputation as the moral conscience of the world by living up to our own ideals and becoming a haven for economic and climate migrants. South Africa, in other words, is the place to grow in a degrowing world.